break it down into each individual sign. Seeing 144, so somebody out there seeing 144s as well, and that's a sign that you are chosen and the divine is calling you. Hello, water signs. All right. So, um, this is also for the full moon, lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse. I'm not sure what sign it's going to be, if it's going to be a Pisces or Aries, because the moon's going to start in Pisces and then roll over into the sign of Aries during the full moon process. So I'm not sure which sign they feel like. I just seen 222, so I feel like there is a state of balance that is needed for the water signs, because I feel like there is could be something coming in quickly. As you can tell, it was like I had a hard time getting this video started. So this could be something that maybe you've had a hard time with coming up into this full moon energy. Um, I could tell you that I wanted to do these yesterday, and I had to go do something. And when I got back from doing what I had to do, I was exhausted. Anything done, hence why they're being done. Full moon energy in where I'm at is today the full moon. Depending on where you're at in the world, I guess this is a to be continued kind of video. All right, so all right, so that could be something within your life too that is happening, to be continued, kind of situation. All right. So let's go ahead, and I did some shuffling while I was waiting for the internet to kick back in, but we're gonna shuffle it on screen. All right, for Scorpios. Alrighty, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So the Magician talks about several things. It talks about working things out through the power of communication. It also rules Mercury, so something perhaps within Mercury, which goes back to that communication. The Magician also talks about having everything we need to manifest this change. We have all the swords with the communication. We have all the cups with the emotions. All right, where our cup is filled. We have the wands, that action energy, with that intention. We have the pentacles and how we manifest it into our reality. All right, so that is positive energy with the Magician in the upright position. This talks about a personal issue being worked through the power of positive communication and being able to see perhaps both sides of a situation. All right. And then underneath that, we have the High Priestess, which represents that Piscean energy. It talks about hidden things come to the light, talks about secrets, things are a mystery, right? And then we have the Ten of Swords underneath that in reverse, which talks about things that have been laid to rest, such as hard lessons, hard patterns. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip it over, and we're going to pull a couple cards off the top here for you, Scorpio. So we have the Nine of Swords, which is perfect to have in reverse, because this is where the change is happening. It is happening within your mental body, and what is happening is this mental issue that you have been having that has been sabotaging you from moving forward, or blocking your dreams, right? Is you're taking a deeper look at it, right? And it's like you're taking the deeper look at perhaps some sort of tunnel vision that you may have had when it comes to how you view this situation. Um, I feel like this is being resolved, and it could have something to do with that communication with the magician on the bottom of the deck, how you communicate perhaps things to another person, or how you communicate things to yourself mentally, how your brain thinks. That is changing. That limited belief system is changing within yourself. With that nine energy, and this is the month of September. So through this portal, over the next 9 days at the least, you're going to see things that are resolving, things that you're laying to rest within the home front. And you're going to learn to trust that you are protected. And this is a very powerful change to let go of them limiting beliefs that you may have been feeling trapped in for a while. Also, I feel like you need to pay attention to your dreams. There very well could be a loved one coming through. See how he's got his hand in his mouth, right? Maybe communicating something to you that maybe they were afraid to communicate to you earlier. See how she's got that mask over her face as well. So there you go. And it will pull a second card. So the Two of Swords, right? So to me, if you look, it's like somebody cut somebody's head off because they wasn't clearly seeing the situation and could have been at a tug of war. See how he's tugging on that pant leg, right? But he's still got his head, but he's looking right back at you, right? Um, and then this is a 2 and a 9, which adds up to an 11. So 111 is a synchronicity that you could be seeing. Is 111. You could be seeing, which talks about our thoughts and how our thoughts manifest things, and how maybe you had this particular thought that was reoccurring that kept you blind. And what it was your ego, and how you were viewing this situation on a personal level when it comes to maybe another person's opinion, or maybe somebody didn't take into account your emotions or your opinions. Two is something else that I'm feeling. I also feel like this could be somebody coming through into your dreams, a passed on loved one that could have been maybe apologizing or coming in and bringing an apology because maybe they didn't see things quite clearly in the waking as something else that I am feeling. And they're telling you that that is a good idea, whatever this idea is. Okay. Yeah, to be more authentic. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, like I said, you have the Magician, and it kind of fell off face down. And underneath that, you have the High Priestess, which represents Piscean energy. But in reverse, it talks about things that are a mystery, things that are hidden, right? Um, so yeah. Right. So let's go ahead and pull some starseed wisdom for Scorpios. Starseed wisdom for the Scorpio collective. Okay, so we have light, and it was stuck underneath my thumb. So the light tells you it is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. There's Scorpio. And then this card popped out, inner alchemy. Okay, so inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Exactly, but it was in reverse. So this inner alchemy, that personal issue within yourself, um, and how maybe you react to a situation, you're learning that hard lesson. So again, I do see 111, and that could be very significant. So it's time for you to resolve this issue and learn to trust that you are safe, your loved ones are safe, to be more authentic, to pour out your emotions on a positive level, right? To let go of this explosion, right? That causes sabotage, and breathe it out. That's your inner alchemy, is to learn how to breathe through this situation. All right, so let's go ahead and pull one more card, which I don't think that was the card, but I'll grab this one just in case. All right, so we do have the blue there. That looks like my lapis lazuli. The moonstone cycles. I am in divine flow of my soul's rhythms and life cycles. Yeah. So that's what you're learning. You're mastering this, and you're learning to be more in the flow of the divine, of the light of the world, in the flow of love, right? And then we got this card, Ruby. Shine. It is time for you to shine. It's time for you to reveal your radiant light to the world and shine. Scorpio, shine that inner love out into the world. It's time. They're telling you got everything you need, right? You do. Inner alchemy. That's the alchemist. All right, there you go, Scorpio. That is your full moon reading. If you are watching, please leave a timestamp in the comment section of the video, and it's greatly appreciated if you do so. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck here, Scorpio, we have Earth Guide. So you are an Earth Guide, and on the bottom of this deck, we have Amber Ancestors. Alrighty. So your ancestors are guiding you. Remember I said about them coming to you in your dreams. All right. So out with Scorpio, and we're moving into Cancer. Cancer's next. Out with Scorpio. Cancer. Cancer. So what's the moon's energy look like around the Cancer collective? Just swear I just seen something fly up out of the cards. Cancer. What's the moon's energy for the Cancer collective? What do you need to release, Cancers? So there could be some sort of emotion on a snow on a ground, then it has to do with wintertime as well, coming through here, Cancer. But we're talking about the full moon energy in the current moment here for you, Cancer. So what do you need to release that's keeping you frozen, keeping you stuck, that just keeps piling up within yourself, that you need to let go of? Hold your vision, something that maybe you are fixated on here, Cancer. Maybe it's you got this case of tunnel vision on, and you got your fixational view of something moving forward, and spirit's like, no, 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 maybe you need to let go of the outcome is something that I am feeling here, and allow the universe, like work with the universe to create something with you. Yeah, your commitment is being tested. Dreams need a more practical plan. So you need to become more practical with your thoughts. Um, so you could be going through a test through this full moon energy. When it comes to a commitment, maybe to your path, a commitment to another person, maybe something that you're visualizing. Maybe you're learning that you have the power of visualization, and you're learning why things manifest in your life moving forward, and why you feel like so weighed down and everything just piles upon you. Maybe you need to take a look at that. For some of you may have that actual gift of visualization. when it comes to your belief system. That's what I feel for some of you. All right. But overall, Cancer, you need to let go of an attachment to an outcome here, because this attachment is actually freezing it. And things are just piling on top of it, on top of it. Did you ever love someone so much to put it in a bottom box of something and pile everything on top of it? It's kind of like what they're showing me here for you, Cancers. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards for the Cancer Collective. Talking about the full moon energy that we're feeling for the Cancer Collective. All right, so I see 4 twos, and we have Cancer on the bottom of the card. We have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups in reverse talks about um, offering um, poisonous cups of emotions. We're talking about this could be a childhood wound, right? That you need to release, that is hanging on to some sort of an emotion from when you were a child, especially with cups in reverse. This is talking about that iciness, that frozen emotion within yourself. Um, and it's like the reason why you're being tested is because um, maybe you think that something is impossible. Okay. It's about something like a string, like there's some sort of a string attached to this offer for some of you, Cancers. This talks about somebody who is offering an empty cup of emotions. That's why it's in reverse, so that you don't see that it is empty. This also does represent Piscean energy, and we're talking about the full moon. Um, that is a Pisces that rolls over into Aries. Okay. So that is what I see on the bottom of the deck. It's time to release this emotion, this empty feeling, this, see how he's standing there with his bucket, right? It's like, don't, don't give too much emotion into it. Let it go, right? All right. I feel for some of you, you may need to even trust your visions, trust your psychic abilities, trust your gut. All right. So we have the Knight of Cups on the top of the deck, also in reverse, right? So again, this offer that is coming in is it's a fake offer. It's not a true emotional offer here. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. You can see there's like a wave of emotion. He's standing there a bit cocky, a bit arrogant. And what is he holding in his hand? It's not his heart, it's his brain. So I feel like you need to let go of maybe perhaps overthinking a situation, or again, the outcome of how you view something should manifest, or perhaps a particular person that you would like to manifest. You need to let go of how you're viewing it, is one thing that I am getting. But I feel like somebody that does not have healthy self-esteem, um, see how he's got sunglasses on too. So it's definitely somebody who's being a bit shady. Lion Eyes is what's coming to mind by the Eagles. Is a song. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So if you can tell, it's the Ace of Pentacles talks about that new beginning, a new year, right? Um, so that's going to manifest. Release the emotion of it and become a bit more logical, right? But I kind of feel like something is going to happen out of nowhere. Somebody could be reaching out of nowhere to hear, Cancer. This is a one energy. Somebody, yeah, that's why you're being tested here. Somebody could be reaching out from nowhere over this full moon energy, and trying to test your patience. Could be something that you have dreamt about in the past. Um, yeah, they're just reaching out of the blue. And what do you need to release and let go of is this negative emotion. All right. Oh, and look what's underneath this is the full. So you could be getting some sort of an activation. This is the zero energy. See, there is somebody coming in with that wreath, with that offer, right? So let go of the heaviness, of the burden, of the poisonous cups, right? Learn the lesson. You're not chained and bound to any particular situation, right? So that's what I feel for the Cancer Collective. Let's go ahead and pull some star seed messages or a star seed message for the Cancer Collective concerning this situation. Okay, I think there is a card flipped over. We have inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world, right? So this person could be mirroring back to you what you need to release. They could have a vision. They could actually be telling you this. So your inner world, right? Your inner world with that Piscean energy. Remember I said about the childhood wound. Um, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness, and you are ready for this. You've been being prepared for this externally, for this next chapter of your life with the Ace of Hazards, the next chapter of your life. By what? Releasing the past energy here with the negative thoughts, the negative emotions, the low self-esteem, right? And there is a new activation happening within you where you are ready for this. You are ready for this power, right? So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, Cancer wise, you're going to pass this test. But I do feel there is somebody who is very immature who is going to come in and test you. They're going to reach out of the blue, right? All right, so let's pull a crystal card. And then we have this crystal. We have malachite healing. I am a healing machine manifesting miracles. So use the stone of malachite here, Cancer, to help heal these emotions from the past so that you can let them go, so that you can manifest this new beginning. Because it's exactly what I feel. You are ready for this new beginning. All right. You are ready. And then you got the amber. 2, my ancestors are guiding and loving me now and always, and I am open to receive their support and wisdom. So this is coming straight from the ancestors here, Cancer. All right, thank you for watching, Cancers, and we are now moving into Pisces. If you are watching and you do not mind, go ahead and leave a timestamp in the comment section below for Pisces. Out with Cancer, allow Pisces in. Alrighty, Pisces. What's the moon's energy look like for the Pisces collective? The moon here. The answers you need are coming full moon in Gemini. So, Pisces, if you've been searching for answers, they're coming through in the full moon energy. They're coming through loud and clear. Some of you could be telepathic. Some of you could be your still small voice within yourself could be talking to you and giving you the answers that you've been looking for with the energy of Gemini here. So Gemini rules the house of the twins. Um, so I feel like you're looking forward to something. And that's where the answers could be coming from is something from the future, something that you have been, like I said, looking for, or something maybe that you need some sort of confirmation to what your gut is telling you. We have looked at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So we do have more full moon energy coming through in the sister sign of Sagittarius to Aries, where you are looking at the bigger picture, where you are learning to look at something from a higher perspective and getting the answers that you seek from that higher perspective. Remember, I said about the telepathy when it comes to a personal issue, and perhaps how to resolve this issue and trust that you and your loved ones are divinely protected, um, and not allowing your ego mind to get in the way by what stepping out of that old pattern of listening to that ego mind and not listening to your gut, right? And through the new moon, the solar eclipse that is happening now to the new moon, or the full moon partial lunar eclipse that's happening now to the new moon solar eclipse that's happening in the beginning of October, I feel like you are going to get them answers, and it's going to make you look at something from a whole different perspective is what I see here for you, Pisces. Okay, which is absolutely beautiful. All right, so Pisces, if you are anything like myself, I am a very inquisitive person. I'm always looking for answers to my questions because I always got a million questions and never find an answer. If I find an answer to one, it makes me happy, but then it leads me down that rabbit hole to want to know more. So there could be something too with the Sagittarius energy talking about divine timing, because Sagittarius in the tarot represents the angel, the divine, the temperance card. Thank you, Spirit. The temperance card, which is the angel of time. So some of you could be questioning about a time frame. Alrighty, Pisces. We have on the bottom of the deck the Hanged Man. What did I talk about? The time frame. So I feel like the answer that you are seeking is what the holdup is, what the delay is, right? And you need to see that from a different perspective, looking at the bigger picture as to how to resolve some sort of issue that you may be having so that you can feel at peace again, so that you can feel safe again. Um, what really was in the way, right? To reaching this goal. So yes, the answer you are Pisces, the answer that you need is coming about what actually caused the hang up, or what was the hang up, or what the delay was. All right. So we have the Five of Wands. So there very well could be a power struggle happening over a particular situation, because the Five of Swords talks about a fight, right? A fight or a power struggle between a group of people. Everybody got their hands in the jar, but that yet they're all pointing the finger, right? One, two, three, four, five different sets of hands, but yet there's two in the middle that got their hands on, like, the cookie jar, the cookie in the jar, so to speak. That's the scenario that they're showing me. So Pisces, there is either an inner struggle that's happening within you, right? Or there is a situation outside of yourself. There is so sort of a power struggle happening in a situation around you. So this is either happening within you, this power struggle, or it's happening outside of you. Um, that it needs to be resolved. You need to actually trust that you are divinely protected and get out of your ego mind. I feel like that's the power struggle, and that is a habitual pattern that you have here, Pisces, that is blocking you from a very powerful change that is on the horizon. So some of you may have low self-esteem, and that's where the power struggle is coming in, as to whether or not you feel worthy of this gift from the divine is something that I'm feeling here, Pisces. And then look at that, we have the death. So some of you, maybe a ghost. The death card represents total complete endings. This talks about um, you could be looking for answers on how to uh, totally end this power struggle that you have within yourself, or like I said, to end this power struggle with you and another person outside of yourself, to end it totally, to lay it to rest, to complete this cycle. Okay. Um, I feel like it's an ego death. It is 100% an ego death on a personal level, where you're seeing how the ego and the pride got in the way. That's what actually caused the delay. And this was an old pattern that you were in, Pisces, that actually it was like you tried to protect yourself. Well, this is a change that is happening. This is a very powerful change in the full moon to new moon eclipse portal, where things are coming to a complete ending. You're going to lay that limited belief system to rest. You're going to lay this struggle that you've been having within and around you to rest. And you are going to see the reason for the delay is pretty much, I feel, because the timing was not quite right. And you had to go through this adjustment to have this new start, to have this new beginning. So it's about looking at the bigger picture as to what needs to end and what has been causing delays in your life, that struggle within thyself, right? We have the 313 and the 5, which talks about 9 energy. So we're talking about nines. That's that hermit energy, where we go within ourselves and we shine that light on our areas that have been causing a lot of outward destruction in our lives, but the energy that has caused that outward destruction has come from within thyself, and changing how you view it is something that I am feeling here. All right. So definitely about the delays, right? This is the 6 of swords. The delays in moving forward has a lot to do with your mental and emotional body, and you need to lay them to rest, right? You need to lay the situations in your life that are not good for you to rest. Go within yourself. Pull down the walls of your defense system, right? And open yourself up to another's point of view and listening to what they have to say. All right. So there could be some sort of an investment when it comes to self-employment, to what you do for work, being thrown into the spotlight by completing that cycle. All right. That is what I see. So we're going to go ahead and pull a star seed message for Pisces here. And I feel like, did one pop over? No, I guess not. So this is the back of your card. Release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. That talks about that death card. Releasing anything that no longer serves you, that is not authentic, that always causes stress, that always causes struggle, that always wants to battle, always wants to fight. It's time to let that go. If it does not serve you, and it blocks you on your journey and it's not authentic to where you want to go or what you want to do, it's time to let it go, is what Spirit is telling you that this full moon. So you may be questioning a lot of things in your life and struggling with releasing people, places, and situations. And this full moon energy is going to reflect back to you through a higher knowledge or wisdom and get you to look at the situation from a different perspective as to what the true reason is for the delay, what you need to move on from. We got the blue flame coming through here. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. So it could have something to do with a flame, twin flame journey. We got the Gemini here. Um, okay, so crystal that you recommend for Pisces. So you and your twin flame could be having oh, it's the Five of Swords. So I feel Pisces, what is happening here is you are getting a lot of answers to all the people who has been stabbing you in the back, who have been deceiving you, who has been working to try to deceive you, even maybe even possibly trying to unalive you. And you are getting these answers not only on an intuitive level, but in your outer world in this full moon energy, in which while I was sitting here waiting for the internet to reconnect, though, for some of you, there is somebody who may have passed on and they could be trying to get a message to you, maybe an answer to a particular question as to why, how, who all was involved. Um, that kind of a situation. It could be an old flame, somebody that you connected with, and was able to open yourself up and communicate with. For some Pisces, that is something that I am feeling. But this Baji stem will help you find that balance between your head and your heart to learn to trust in your intuition more. Okay. For the overall message, it's about going through that ego death, laying to rest things, people, and places in situations that just no longer serve you, and seeing it from a higher perspective. Thank you for watching. Have a great full moon.